I am the only person in history that I know of that told Easy Rider to go fuck yourself. I don't want my bike in your magazine. True story. That did not work well out for me. Wasn't my fault.
So it's all together, but that's not the one that's in the truck right now. But I had to, the guy on Craigslist that I bought it from, no, that's not true.
Go with Craig.
Was he Middle Eastern? Was he Middle Eastern?
No, he was Russian. They can get anything.
That was a cool look back then. Don't be breaking my balls.
I need a drink now, you guys.
Two guys that I know that if I put a silver dollar out on the racetrack, they could find it at 200 miles an hour and hit it, okay? Biggest difference, Bill Elliott could tell you if it was heads or tails. Jeff Gordon would stop, pick it up, put it in his pocket, and go invest it.
Beach assault, because I'm on a scuba team, and we come up on this beach, and it's a nude beach, and there's chicks everywhere.
Read about an audition for the Detroit Pistons dance team, and I was like, well, wait a minute. Oh my God, you got all the pictures.
You're right down. You're down in the bottom, right?
I thought I had all this deleted.
How'd that happen?
Well,
He was on.
Shag was
He's looking like he
There he
heard.
is.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's probably
Oh,
hearing
I'm sure he's listening.
The norm.
People turned our show off and felt better about their dysfunction. I'm serious.
How'd you like to make $5 the hard way?
Literally the most professional podcast I've ever done.
Money's on the dresser.
Going. Oh, there it is. I'm starting to get worried. Hey, everybody. Lou Santiago. Season 3 starts tonight. And we have got some people lined up for Season 3. You're going to love it. It's going to be a blast. We're going to do a sticky green love machine. When John comes in, we're going to give you guys an update. We may be going on a power tour. We're going to try and go to SEMA. We got a bunch of stuff going on. We're going to try and do some of the podcasts on the road. We got a bunch of stuff working out here. It's all, we're just shaking the tree, throwing the shit against the wall as it was, and see where it all comes out. So that's what we got. But tonight, we've got Welderup himself, Steve Darnell. The guy never stops working. He never stops. He does everything from movie scripts to building cars. He builds big trucks, everything. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to go to our quick break like we usually do. When we come back, it'll be me and John. We'll tell some lies, get everybody caught up, and then we'll bring in Steve. Hit it, Ken. So did you guys know that AMSOIL is the corporate entity, and then they have independent dealers who sell their products? So here's the thing. We called up Nick at syntheticadvantage.com, and we said, Nick, we're doing a sticky green love machine, and we don't want it to be so sticky. And he said, guys, I got you. And here's our oil, right? So we've got all the fluids we need to get the sticky green love machine not so sticky. Check them out, syntheticadvantage.com. Tell Nick Lou sent you. Yeah. Guys, I misspoke. I showed you ATF. That's fantastic. It's fine. But they also sent essential soil. Synthetic Advantage. Yeah, that's right, Nick.
We couldn't have messed that up even more, could we?
He loves it now.
Two
I know he
Djibouti
does.
for the
I didn't
camera.
even talk to him. I know he loves it.
Nick has to be happy. He's got the banner behind you. You're doing a stand-up for him. I'm drinking whiskey.
What can I say? What can I say? So they had to go into Bruce's back again.
Yeah, I saw.
They had to go in his back. I haven't talked to him, see how he's. I don't know how he's doing, but he says hello, so he must be doing okay. And what else? There was something else. Something else I was going to tell you. Oh, so what's the update on the Sticky Green Love Machine?
Sticky Green. I'm waiting for trailing arms to put the rear in. I got the rear back from Vince Mantegna down in Essington. Yeah. He put the, we had all the parts, didn't have time last time, put it all together. So I had Vince and his guys put it together. Still, it looks good. Engine's out, waiting for pistons, new crank, doing the whole thing. You remember we talked about just doing the top half of it?
Yeah.
Well, everything's got to be done to keep up. So went from this to that to this. You know how it goes. Now I got a $20,000 motor. So
did you do a stroker kit in it? You might as well.
Yeah, he's doing all kinds of stuff too. We're going to have Bobby on. Bobby is actually Bobby Bueller out of New York. He's the one that's putting all the pieces together. Because I'm like, there's no way that I could get everything done and have this thing on the road. You got to come back up. I think we're talking April before Spring Carlisle or around Spring Carlisle. I'll have you come up.
Whether it's before or after, whichever one. It doesn't matter which one we do.
Yeah, I should have the pieces back together. We can film some stuff while we're here. Put the, right now I'm on a waiting list. That's all done. Everything's sealed up. Everything's finished. I'm starting to wire the car. Got that stuff in from American Auto Wire. The shifter's coming in from ShiftWorks.
Cool.
So they make a shifter that has looks just like the original. Of course, it's got the neutral safety switch, reverse lights already built into it. No switches. It's all electronic, although it looks like, and it ties into the 4L80E.
Yeah, you can't
with the overdrive indicator.
Yeah, you can't beat that.
No, I mean, why mess around with all that stuff when the thing, when it's in gear, it's in gear. It doesn't, you don't have to drop it down or shake it or screw with it.
Yeah, yeah.
Wanted to, before we get going, I wanted to thank Classic Industries. They supplied us with some stuff. They're a sponsor on the car. And the interior is out. It's being done. I saw the seat covers 2-3 weeks ago. He sewed up the fur. It looks pretty badass. I mean, when you see it come to life, you're like, wait a minute. Okay. I got the chain wheels in. I'm still searching for that 8-track player, Riverside. Anybody finds one, I need that 8-track player. And the handcuffs, that chain from the key is it's actually shackles, but it's only one side of it.
I used to have a set of shackles.
Yeah, well, go figure.
I used to have it. I'll see if I can't find them. I think I might still have them.
Yeah, well, that's what he used as a keychain.
Yeah, yeah.
And I've been told people have looked high and low. Ken, go back to that picture. That square in the center of the dash, that's a mirror. There's no rear view. Yeah, it's a wrapped side mirror. There is no rear view because he slouched down and couldn't see the one up at the top of the windshield. So they took that one out and used this. So I was going to build it out and put my phone in that little hole.
Yeah.
So I'd have nav and everything else. You know what I mean? Plug it in.
That makes sense. I mean, I got to show you the welding shield. I got it.
Yeah, you were saying you showed me before. I got to order it. What I got's crap. I'm going to go blind. It's a battery shot in it. Yeah. What's that worth?
I'll bring an extra one up when I come up.
Wow.
I got a couple of them. I always have a bunch of them. I get the last one I had custom painted got stolen at the school. Yeah, I had pinups on it and everything, man. It was really cool. So I got a bunch. I got some more than I got 3 more now that I'm going to get painted. They're all black. I'll bring you one up. I'll give it to you.
Yeah, if you could get, you were talking about getting another center section. I put the 373 gears in it. I had Vince put the 373s. I got the 350. I'm still torn as to what to do there, but it'd be nice if I could swap it out. I got the harness computer and something else for the motor that you got. Yeah. And I got clothes up here that were sent up for you.
Okay.
So there's a bunch of stuff in a pile when you get here.
Damn. I'm gonna have to bring an extra bag.
Christmas. Right?
Fucking extra bag.
But what is
huh?
But what is cool is Steve coming on. I was talking to Steve, I don't know, 3 weeks ago or so, and sounds like he's in the same mood tonight as when I was talking to him.
Well, my God, let's quit screwing around and get him on here then.
And he's he's like the vanilla gorilla.
What's up? What are you guys doing? Talking shit?
We're talking shit.
John was saying that you were acting a bit retarded.
I don't know why in the fuck would you guys have a podcast at me at the angriest part of my day?
That's why we did it, Steve. And we're going to fuck with you and make it even worse.
You know, like it's like it's been a shit show today. And then I have to get on this podcast. I didn't even know if I was going to make it.
Ah, come on. What is it? 5 o'clock there at your time? A couple after 5. You're 3 hours behind. Is that? Yeah.
Yeah. 5 o'clock.
See my welding shield, Steve?
Hang on. Keep it right there. Oh yeah. Damn. Who's she?
I got her off of Amazon.
She's from China.
Tina.
Yeah.
I see you had to put on your glasses. Does that mean you have old man eyes?
Oh, dude, man. Like I said, I had to put, what aggravated me a lot today was the fact that I put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 LED lights in my showroom. And then I put 4 new LED lights in my actual fab shop. And I'm like, I just noticed new shit in here.
Nice and bright, isn't it?
Like I haven't been able to see shit in here for 7 years. I started finding all kinds of cool shit I put in here 7 years ago. I'd build a whole car now on the shit I found today. That's all I need.
So what else do you have going on besides you finding all this shit in your shop? I mean, what else is going on?
Dude, it's been a crazy year, bro. Seriously, like I built a semi truck. Did you see the black swamp ass or the new one? Not swamp ass, but El Diablo Loco.
Was that the cab over?
No, it's a 379, 389 Peterbilt.
I don't think I've seen that one.
Yeah, it's a new one I just built. It was at SEMA.
Well, I wasn't at SEMA, dude. I haven't been to SEMA for the last 3 years. Dude, what do you want me to tell you?
Like what the hell, bro? This shit was a good year.
Speaking of SEMA, I got to tell you something. You had D-Rod at the last time the three of us were together at SEMA out front, if you remember. And I have to tell you, I see the show, I've seen the pictures. You can't capture that car and the amount of work that you have in it with a picture. You have to stick your head inside that thing and look around. There's so much going on. As soon as you see something, you turn and it's just like a madman built this piece of art. It's crazy the amount of detail that's in the vehicle. And
in the D-Rod?
Yeah. I mean, it was just crazy. I think there was like a cowboy boot or something in the middle of it, or on the door pocket.
That might have been Little Joe, the other one. There's another one with a 4-cylinder Cummins that had cowboy. It had 120 pair of cowboy boots. I cut the tops off and sewed them all into the interior.
Maybe that was it. I just remember looking at sticking my head through the roof and going, "What the hell is he smoking?" Because it was just crazy.
Oh, dude, it's like you got to understand. Like, so that was probably 60 or 70 vehicles ago. That
really?
God, dude.
Yeah, maybe more, maybe 70. I was thinking about it the other day, and I was like, you know what? I built a lot of shit. Like one right after another. Dude, I'm like a Mormon family. I just keep having kids. Like one right after another. You know what I mean? And I just turned 51 this year. Or when I turned 50, I said, you know what? I'm gonna slow down, and I'm just gonna like try to dude, I turned up the heat. Like I built a semi truck. I built a 67 Sweepline Power Wagon 4-door.
Oh, cool.
A cab over GMC with a car hauler on the back of it, and like 3 other little projects in a year. And I'm like, man, dude, I gotta freaking calm down. I'm gonna wind up crawling under one of these cars and never crawl out from underneath it. Just stay there.
Steve, do you still have the 68 Charger?
No, I sold it.
Did you? How long ago?
Oh, probably a year and a half ago.
It's still in the country, or did somebody ship it out?
No, it's in California. A friend of mine, Jason, got it. He bought a bunch of stuff from me. He loves it, dude. He's bought like 4 or 5 vehicles from me. He just bought my motorcycle. I had a pretty sick ass chopper that I had for years. I've had it for like 15 years. And I was looking at it one day. He called me. He's been bugging me about buying it. And I was like, you know what, man? I haven't rode this thing in so long. I like fix it. I go right around the block and I park it for 3 years, you know?
Yeah.
And I've really been on this pre-war era kick right now. So pretty much if it's not pre-war, I'm not real interested in it right now. It's kind of my thing right now. So I'm looking for, I've got my eyes on a 31 Harley Davidson that I want to go get and finish up. It's kind of in pieces right now, but I think I can get it reasonable enough and bring it back to life and go race it at like the Race of the Gentleman, or, you know, hit some of these cool vintage races. I think we're all losing touch of reality in my world on where this world's going. And I'm trying to go backwards. I refuse to do it. You know, my newest truck I drive is a 67 Power Wagon. Like, I don't have nothing because I refuse. I'm not going to live at the mercy of this bullshit.
Yeah.
When there's enough mechanical shit on this planet to keep me going until I die.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You know,
I get it.
So I've been really having a lot of fun with this pre-war stuff. I dig it. You know, I'm an Industrial Revolution freak anyway, like, you know, steam engines. And it's funny. I was Googling Stanley steamers last night. Like, dude, I gotta have a steam engine, man. I want one so bad. But you can't even hardly find them, you know? So I'm like, okay, well, what if I get a steam tractor? So I was looking at the big case steam tractors because I've been wanting one for about 8 years, and they got expensive, you know? So, but, you know, I love that mechanical era, you know? So,
Steve, when you're talking, you're tired of the bullshit. What are you talking about? Because when you and I were on the phone, I started to talk about, you and I were on a tangent for a little bit there, and I started talking about me going to the gym. And when I go to the gym and you headed me off, you said, don't say anything else. I know exactly what the fuck you're talking about. So we never followed through, but we both knew what that whole scenario is about. And my perception is there's guys in the gym today that definitely don't buy clothes at the men's department. They're like, I don't know what they are.
I don't honestly know what the fuck is going on. Like, I think of it like this. My grandfather did 9 battles in World War II.
Yeah.
And kicked fucking ass.
Yeah.
And as a grandson, thinking how embarrassed he would be to have me with a man bun, with some skinny ass fucking sweatpants on, trying to dress like a girl.
Yeah.
And not confused. Like, how can you be like not sure how you're supposed to look like a man, you know? And I think that there is a new world order on just taking the balls right off every fucking man in our country.
Yeah.
And, you know, they're falling into it because it's easy. You can go in, you can sit in your car, push a button, it comes on. You don't know how. You don't even know why. It just fires up. Well, it doesn't even fire up. It just says hi, and fucking you push a button and you start driving this car, drives down the road. It steers for you. There is enough government funding of money that people can really kind of not work anymore.
Yeah.
And what I don't understand is these poor women, these poor girls that have to like date these dudes. And now they got nothing but this shit.
Yeah.
So they've had to come into it and realize that their dude wants to sit at home, play video games, and go shopping on the weekends with them.
Yeah. I make videos of how they put makeup on.
I mean, that's probably why. Honestly, that's probably why I'm not married. Because I live here. I live at this fucking place. You know what I mean? Like, but I refuse to let that attack me in my lifetime. You know what I mean? Like, I'm already too old to probably let it affect me. I can probably ride it out the next 25 or 30 years if I live that long. And just kind of, I don't know, maybe ignore it a little bit, but that's why I just quit the gym. Like I bought my own gym equipment at home because it really disgusts me, dude. It's not like it used to be where you could walk in and dudes were like dudes, you know, like, you know, like now it's a little bit different. And the shit that they drive, and, you know, you pull up to the light and one of these man bun motherfuckers blows your doors off in a fucking electric car. Like, I just want to move to a different planet. Get me out of here. You know,
to me, the women still look the same though. I feel
dude,
I mean, the women just look, you know, I could see them looking just like that when I was a kid their age, you know, 25, 30 years old.
The girls are still the same. They still wear yoga pants.
Yeah.
Yes.
Gotta like yoga pants.
And they still like, I mean, most of them want to be treated like a woman. You know what I'm saying? But man, they got such bad, like, and then these dudes are all into this weird, they're just weird. They're into weird shit. And I don't know what's happening. All I know.
It's a demented reality that they're in, because I'll tell you the biggest difference that I see. When we were kids, our action heroes actually physically could do something. They were strong, muscular, six-pack, strong guys. Hercules type shit. Now today, the action heroes, you put a cape or a mask on, pada, you're a superhero, I got powers, I'm something that is nothing.
Right.
And that person runs the whole movie, where a guy that weighs in at 145 pounds can be throwing buses around just because it's a crazy sci-fi reality. When we were kids, it was, man, I'd like to look like that, be strong like that. Now these kids go, I want to buy the mask, I want to buy the cape, because now I am something amazing. It's a different world.
Never wear a cape.
I do sometimes.
If you've seen The Incredibles, you know you never wear a cape. The bad guy's cape gets caught in the jet engine and poof, he's gone. So you never wear a cape.
Yeah, I did actually, to be honest with you, I took the Batmobile out with my grandson, and I wore a Batman face and a you know, the little thing around your neck.
Yeah.
But it was me and my grandson, you know, and we were like,
that's different, dude.
Cruising down the strip, looking like Batman in the Batmobile. You know, it's like, look, sitting right here.
That's cool as shit. I always wanted one of those. Is that for sale? That's your buddies, right?
Yeah, it's my buddies. But, you know, I mean, to get back to the whole situation of like, I just feel like we are the last of a dying breed, this generation. And, you know, maybe because our dads might have kicked our asses a little bit, you know, when we were kids, you know, well, that's a fact. I'm not even going to candy.
Yeah.
You know, that was a fact.
It made a difference. Yeah.
You know, so, and, you know, my boys, like I have my sons, you know, they're 20, 23, 24, 25, 23, 24. And, you know, one of them was in here changing a radiator out for his grandpa's truck. And then he's swapping a 12 valve into a 77 Ford for a guy. And the other one's a portable welder. He's out fixing, repairing, and making shit happen, you know. And, you know, I mean, I'm not I had to give up on trying to make them exactly like me. And because their generation, I have to say, you know what? They're doing really good for their generation because, you know, they know how to do shit. Like they can do anything. I mean, it gets to the point now where my youngest son, he's so smart that I have to call him for diag questions on a late model truck, you know, because he knows that stuff, you know. And, but I don't know. I feel like the further that this world gets into technology, I'm trying to go the other way. Like this mechanical shit is so much fun, and it's simple, and it's, you know, like my aunt bought one of those Teslas, you know, and it literally, she's 70 years old. Okay. Literally stresses her out to know where to charge her car all the time.
That's just
like
crazy.
it's a damn, and I know that these people want to deny it, but it stresses them out. And, you know, it's just, and really at the end of the day, in 10 years from now, where is that piece of shit going to be? 20 years. I give it 20 years where they're going to be. I can guarantee you one thing. They're not going to be in this showroom with these classic cars.
Yeah.
There's cars in here that are 80. That 32 Ford right over there is what, 85, 6, 7 years old?
Yeah.
I mean, and it's still here. And you know what? It's an iconic classic. Your Tesla, I'm sorry, will never become or ever will be an iconic classic. They run them out like they run them until they're just shit. And then what do we do with them?
Well, and that's the thing. They don't even know how to dispose of the batteries. They have no idea because they're
part of the theory with that is the government and everybody else can shut that shit down. Electronic, no cash, they can shut down your account. Your car, you're not doing what you're supposed to do, they can shut you down. Steve, you and I and Lou, we all know that we're a half inch away from getting banned from YouTube because and this will probably throw us over the top, but it's worth it. They're going to shit can us and go, we need to control you. You're saying the wrong things.
Well, it's the reality. Like, let's just be real for a minute. I live on a railroad track right here. Just heard the train go by. Every probably 2 days, 3 days, there is a mile of coal on its way heading to San Bernardino.
Yeah.
To burn for power to charge your shit.
Yeah.
I don't care how you look at it. I mean, that's what
green.
they're doing with it.
That's green. Come on, that's green. That's green coal.
Yeah, well, it's green in the city. I get maybe I'm misunderstanding this Green Act because are they
bullshit
trying to keep it from just directly being in the middle of Los Angeles, or are they dirty in the air somewhere else so it looks better there? I mean, the fact of the matter is why don't we just keep diesel engines in vehicles and do what we've been doing? Like,
I don't know how they're going to say that they're going to swap everything over to electric.
Well, they're trying.
When Air Force One is electric, yeah, come talk to me. When they go, oh, he's got the super #1 state of the art, it does all these tricks. It's not happening.
Yeah.
So airplanes kick out more bullshit than anything, and they're not even focused on that.
Yeah.
You can't have tankers, running that are electric on the ocean.
Well, think about it.
There's just too many things.
Gavin Newsom came out and said that he doesn't want diesel engines in there by 2035, right? What about all the locomotives that are diesel electric?
But they're electric.
Yeah, but they're diesel. They use a diesel to
I know,
power the electric.
They're still electric.
So they're calling it electric. See that just doesn't make sense.
No, it really, honestly, like, we could probably go on for days debating this situation, and we are literally destroying our crops, our farms. We're slowly enclosing, like these people, like, I mean, a lot of people don't like to eat meat because they're vegan or whatever, but they literally try to keep the trucks that are delivering our feed and our hogs to slaughter.
Yeah.
They want to lay in front of the trucks and get ran over.
Yeah.
And it's like, if my grandpa could see that shit,
yeah,
I mean, I could just imagine what he would be thinking, you know, because I mean, I know listen, I know the 70s were a little bit whacked out. Don't get me wrong, during Vietnam and all the crazy shit that was going on back then. But I can tell you right now that it's like, let me try to charge my phone real quick. Sorry, guys, my phone's trying to die on me. Dude, I'm so unprepared. Like, if you can see what I got going here, look at this shit. So I got you hooked to my boom box.
That's not prepared.
I got you hooked to the boom box on my 57 Chevy.
That's cool. You got us both beat.
Yeah.
Can you see my you see my Pro Charger in there?
Yep.
Yeah. Shit. Yeah.
See, that's what I'm talking about. A big blown, nasty, big block.
Right.
You know?
Dang. Yeah.
Not an EV with a man bun. I mean, come on, dude. You know what? Hey, you know what though? I tell everybody, because you know, I get so many people that come in here every day, and you know, when I do my tours and stuff, and these guys, you know, they have to bring their wives, you know, because their wives are okay. I'll go to the tour, and the wives always get a kick out of it, because when they're in here and I'm talking to the guys, and I'm like, okay, well, I'm getting ready to fire up this other one, and it's another dude magnet. Like, everything I drive is a freaking dude magnet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I'm like, I should have been a singer. I really should have been a singer. You know, it's funny. But I tell you what, man, I love this old stuff though, man. I'll never quit. You know what I mean? Like, I like this. I really got kicked off into like this, like I said, this pre-war stuff, you know, because like I said, my grandpa's World War II, but actually both of them were. And, you know, everything they had was so mechanical, you know, and ran. And, you know, as I got older and I started going back and looking at these old John Deere tractors that are hand crank start, you know, you flood them like a Harley Davidson. They were all the same. You set the timing on them, you flood them a little bit, and boom, they fire off. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, you could run them on multi-fuel, you know, and they would run on anything, you know, kerosene and diesel and, you know, anything that you could probably shove in them, you know. And, you know, now it's like, you know, we're starting to get it narrowed down to, you know, electricity. So and that's what it cracks me up, because like California last year, when it got really hot, they're like, hey, don't charge your car. Don't charge anything in your house. Turn your air conditioners down, because, you know, because there's just not enough power on the grid to keep up with those cars. And man, when you plug them in, they just start sucking energy, you know?
Yeah. And that needs to be done first. The power grid needs to be upgraded first, and they're allowing China to make the parts. So what do you think is going to happen?
Yeah.
I mean, come on. That stuff should be built. And he's screaming yesterday, America, ban America. And it's all Chinese stuff coming in for the power grid.
Yeah.
Well, let me tell you something. Us as Americans are really failing. I hate to say, we're failing, because we are the greatest country on the planet Earth, but yet we continuously fail. And China is smart. You know, I mean, like, I've been kind of, following this TikTok thing, and it's like, how stupid can you be on TikTok? Like, how dumb can you do something to get noticed? Why China's over there educating each other. They don't put up with that shit. You know what I'm saying? But no, we're over here. Like, I'm like, okay, I've been on TV. People around the world know who I am. You know, I want to get some more following on my YouTube channel. You know, my sister's like, well, what do we got to do? Maybe we should start working on this or that for my YouTube channel. And, you know, you could build this and build that, and we can do this and do that. And I was talking to her, this has been about a year or two ago. And I'm like, you know what we could do? Why don't we just post a big thing, 6:00 tonight, Steve Darnell is going to show his butthole to everybody on the planet. And guess what? We're going to get so many followers that you can't believe it, because we're real close to butthole showing. They've done everything that you can think of on TikTok, except for literally show your butthole. And that's where we're going. So as soon as we can do that, that's when my numbers will go up. I will definitely spike some more numbers, you know? So
Steve, what happens when they're tired of looking at your butthole? What's next?
That's it. That's it. We're done. We're done.
That's the problem with the whole. That's the problem with everything on the internet. Yeah,
Civilization's over.
I mean, unless you can make your butthole dance a little bit, maybe you could. Hey, today we're gonna,
Put
turtle
lipstick on it. Put lipstick on it.
Yeah,
smoke with it. Put a cigarette in it and smoke it.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that to me, honestly, like is where we're at. Like, everybody is so desensitized to the shit that's all over the internet, whether it's porn or cars or chicks in bikinis. Like, oh my God. Like, I mean, I like that shit. Don't get me wrong, but it's like, it's just to the point where it's almost stupid. You know what I mean? Yeah. And whatever you do that is educational that you want to put on your channel, guess what? No one cares. Yeah. Nobody gives a shit.
Because they don't want to. They don't care to build anything.
No, they don't care. They want to see your butthole. Do that and see what happens. You know what I mean? Like,
he's doing it now.
Bullshit, but it's true.
Steve, let's get off to something that's making a positive.
I love it though. Steve's butthole for president. Did you guys see that?
Why not?
Hang on.
Why not? Got my vote. Can it sing dance? Steve, let's talk about the welding classes. You brought up the welding classes. You had the guys in. Tell me about the guys that are coming through, what they're like. Is it making a difference? What kind of attitude do they have when they come in? What do they have when they go out? Talk to us about what you're doing there.
I've been doing a couple of these, and it's funny because I'm a little worried about our younger generation there again. Like, the guys that are showing up are like our age. I had a guy in here that worked for the railroad he was 70 years old, worked for the railroad for like 45 years.
Wow.
And he wanted to take the course. He just loved it, And then I have guys that are like our age, you know what I mean, that want to come in and learn, and they're cool, they're humble. They just want to learn some stuff and how to set up a machine and, like, how is your weld really? Is it really penetrating? Like, when you weld something, how do you know that it's a correct weld? That's what I'm trying to show them. Like, at the end of the day, and we don't have a lot of time. We have 2.5 days, and we work hard. Like, I run these guys all day, but they love it. They love it. When they leave here, they're so happy. And I've got to meet a bunch of cool people and stories from different everywhere, like different people everywhere. One guy,
I can imagine.
One of the guys that came to my last school, everybody's like, oh yeah, I did this and I did that. And he's like, well, I autopsy and embalm bodies.
No way.
And I'm like, oh, that tops everybody's shit here. Like, I can't do that. I can't do that. You know what I mean? But
are they local or traveling? Are they coming from far?
Dude, everybody's from out of town.
That's cool.
I don't even know if I've had anybody local in Vegas come. Most of my people are from out of town, and they're just really cool people. You know what I mean? And they want to just learn. You know what I mean? It's really cool. Cause I mean, even for me, like, I would, if Lou put on a school on a talent that he had, I would want to go to it. And I could say that I feel like I've done a lot of shit, but you know what? Lou knows a lot of shit. And there's a lot of things that I could learn from him. And I think that people at our age realize that we come from so many different avenues and we've learned a profession or whatever, but there's always more you can learn, And, I really think that there's, Gene Winfield always said that every day is a school day, like, I've known Gene for a long time, and what a great guy, and he used to say that to me the other day, because I would go to his school and I'd be like, oh shoot, I didn't know that. And he's like, every day is a school day,
Mm-hmm.
And and he's 96 years old, and he's like, I still learn shit,
Yeah. And he works every day.
Every day. He's a beast.
He is.
And I love that guy, man. He's such a cool dude, man. And he's just, really a genuine good man, you know, like,
Yeah.
I really like him a lot, but
That's the greatest generation.
but
He's
I mean,
he's the tail end.
to get back to the school, I mean, you know, it's a lot of fun. You know, I set up the welders in here. I kind of talk to them for maybe an hour and a half in the morning, 2 hours. And I'm like, okay, let's go. Let's weld. You know, I'm not going to sit here and textbook the shit out of nobody. You know what I mean? I didn't learn that way, and I'm not going to teach them that way.
Steve, there's a comment at the bottom here.
Yeah, I was just going to say
attention.
What's it say?
Hey, Steve, this is Big Rich from Hogs. I've always wanted to do welding class to see if I could do it, but he's an amputee in a wheelchair.
So
now he's an amputee. Yeah.
Come on. I can do all that.
Reach out to us, and we'll hook you up with Steve at 3lefts at Gmail, or somehow get a hold of us, Lone Star. We'll figure it out.
So Steve, I gotta tell you this. You're gonna find a lot of humor in this. You know, I part-time teach, right?
Yeah.
So they had 2 positions for diesel mechanics. You know, they call it diesel engine technologies. I worked on diesels for 20 years and built cars at night and did everything else. But they won't talk to me. They will not talk to me because I don't have ASC.
Ah.
So they had a welding position. I applied for a welding position to be an instructor, and I got an email saying December 8th that I got an interview. December 7th, like 4:00 in the afternoon, nothing. Don't know where I'm going, nothing. So I call, nobody answers. I text, and I get a reply back. You don't have any credentials. We're not going to interview you.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Because I don't have the alphabet after my name. I don't know how to weld.
But you know why? It's because the people that are in charge of giving you that job are probably 25 years old.
Yeah, well, the thing is, you know, the what I see, especially with the school, they mistake education for intelligence.
Well, how about experience?
Yeah, well, experience doesn't mean anything because you don't have anything after your name. It doesn't. I've been welding since the 80s, and it's they won't even talk to me. It's crazy.
Steve, I got to
they are. It's because you have to have the certifications in order that in their mind that proves to them that you know something.
Right.
Yeah. It's the wackiest thing.
Well, and it's like, you know, it doesn't the 35 years of literally doing this doesn't mean nothing. Like,
that's right.
You know, I feel like a lot of guys that just want to come in here and learn, and it's in their blood, and they didn't have to be forced into it by somebody. They're the ones that want to do it.
Yeah.
You know, and
they're the ones that are going to learn.
Yeah, they don't care. They just want to come
America.
in.
That's a middle America. That's not from the big cities. That's the same guys that would volunteer and enlist in the military.
Yeah.
That's who's making this country work and staying alive. If you were to depend on the people in the cities that are voting Democrat and letting things just slip by and go, yeah, I'm with the gang, that's the death of us.
Yeah.
But well, Steve, I got a question because we're getting further along.
Yes.
Silicone bronze. You're saying you use the stick, silicone bronze sticks. You using that?
Oh, when you TIG weld.
Yeah. When you TIG or when you stick weld, the bronze.
The bronze I TIG weld, or you can MIG it too.
Yeah, you can MIG it. Yeah.
Tell me about the benefits, because I was talking to Bubba Beeson. He was on the show a while back. He hit me up on a text message, said, "Are you using this yet?" I said, "No." He said, "Somebody turned him onto it." I'm like, "It's new to me." He said it burns cooler, and he also said that you can bring two different metals together, stainless and steel, and bring them together with the bronze. My question was, which he didn't have the answer, is can you do it to the body of a car and put plastic over it? Is there some kind of flux that's going to react to it, just like they did years ago when you would, gas weld braze shit together? Remember when the flux used to make the plastic pop? And I know you don't put plastic on shit; everything's live, but I do.
Well, so, I mean, you can't do anything plastic because it's got too much heat, right?
I'm talking body filler over top. Years ago, if you braze something with a torch back in like '85, because that was when that shit was slightly popular, when you didn't
Right.
have a MIG welder and stuff. When you would, I mean, you had to get all the flux out of the
Yeah.
brass. It's the
Okay.
same
Okay.
shit they
So,
did when they put a roof on a car 68.
right.
They used
Okay.
a torch and they would braze it, but you couldn't put plastic over it because it would blister because it didn't jive with the flux in the
Because
brace.
the Bondo didn't adhere, is what it is.
Right. So
Yeah.
okay. So what you're saying is, okay. So brass, if you're gonna weld with brass, it comes with a flux with a torch.
Yeah. Right.
Okay.
Right.
For
Old
brass
school.
welding. But
Mhm.
if you're gonna use silicon bronze, it's a little bit different animal. It's really soft.
Yep.
It's actually made for body paneling. You know what I mean? So what you
strong?
could do, if let's say you have like hardwire in your MIG welder, and you got the heat set at like 17, and you start to do some welding, you might notice your body panel to warp a little bit more because of the heat.
Yeah.
And what it does is it's so much heat that it shrinks up so quick that. But with the silicon bronze, if you're at like 17 on your weld, you could turn it down to like 12. And it's way cooler, softer. And when you go to finish it, you can finish it a little easier because you can get rid of the material a little bit easier and kind of make it look nice. And as far as welding it to other metals, oh my gosh, dude, I've silicon bronze metal that I've welded all kinds of stuff together with that shit, TIG welding it.
Is it, Steve? Is it strong? Is it strong?
It's not strong like hardwire. Okay, that's your heart. That's the part you're gonna run into with. I think I'm gonna have to go find me a. I'm gonna have to move. I gotta go. My battery's not inside. Well, my setup in here is kind of screwed up, but I'll keep talking.
Yeah.
So, actually, I wonder if I could go out here and show you some of my setup on brass. So like this welder that I have right here, it's pretty cool. These ones I've been using, these auto shot welders.
Yeah.
This one's set up with aluminum and silicon bronze.
Yep.
And hard steel, just hardwire. That whole machine will do that.
Right.
Or you can take, you got a charger? But that one's not working. I need a charger. Shit's going to shit on me over here. Hold on. I got all kinds of shit going on in here. Let me just walk you around my shop. Hey, Lou, check this out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm doing on Friday, Saturday?
What?
Sunday? You remember Travis Dieter on my show?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. My buddy Zach from Get Wired. I don't know if you ever watch him on YouTube. He's a really cool guy. He's real big into the pre-war cars. We're getting ready to chop the shit out of this 34 Ford. Let's see. There we go.
I'm gonna tell you something.
Like a solid body.
I'm gonna tell you something. Have you ever seen the series that Bobby Walden did about chopping a coupe?
I haven't yet.
You need to watch it. You will learn something from it. I promise you.
Yeah. I would. What's it on?
Just go on YouTube and go to the Mad Fabricators page. There's like 22 episodes. He goes through it, dude. You will learn something.
Yeah, I'm about ready to learn some shit because I've chopped a 32, I've chopped a 31, but I've never done a 34. This will be my first time.
Yeah, he
buddy
does them all the
Zach,
same way, and he's fucking phenomenal.
Didn't you have
Zach,
Winfield in your shop? Steve, didn't you have Winfield help you with the 32?
Yeah, Gene helped me chop my my 32. And I don't know if things charging, if it's got a little charger. I got my Chaka guy here trying to help me out. This is Chaka.
Hey, Chaka.
Yeah, did you
cool name?
Is it charging or not?
Looking.
Hold on, we got to make sure I'm charging my phone. Where's the thing at?
Where's the charger at? Flip it this way. Go horizontal.
Sorry, guys.
Go back.
Real quick. I told my sister that
it's not charging.
Okay, I need a new charger. Give me a new one because this thing's about ready to die. You got another plug? Go to my Power Wagon. There's one in it. It's an Apple one too. Clear out front. Clear out front. Go get it. All right. Sorry, guys. What the fuck were we talking about? God damn it.
Chopping 34.
Yeah, 34.
So my buddy Zach has chopped a couple of 34s, and I don't know, Travis that was on my show, right?
Yeah.
Travis here. Dude, the guy's a badass. Like, he is super talented. He's chopping a Zephyr right now that is insane. So he's really good. So we're gonna do fine in here. You know what I mean? And if we screw it up, then who cares? Because you know what? The next generation.
Figure it out. We lost him.
You did.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
We're back.
He's back.
We're back.
Steve, is Zephyr is Zephyr a 39?
Look at this.
What Travis is doing? It's a 39 Lincoln.
Dude, my life sucks, bro. I'm never prepared for this shit. I don't even have an office. You know I don't
Look
have
at
an
that fucking
office.
sunset. The sunset out that door looks awesome. Look at that shit. It's cold as hell East Coast. Don't be complaining. Look at that. Got the door open. He's wearing. He's wearing his Darnells.
I think it's a 40.
A 40?
40's
Yeah, 39, 40 is probably the same shit, but that's
yeah,
a bad
I think
look.
it's a 40. I don't know. He knows. I haven't really. I got to talk to him a little bit more about it, what he's doing. But he showed me some pictures, and he's insane, dude. He does a really good job. So, but anyway, yeah, we're going to be in here chopping the shit out of this thing. Sorry, I'm trying to get organized here.
Don't worry about it.
My phone was ready to die, and it kind of screwed up on my shit. Okay, here, I'm back. Oop. Sorry, dude. I'm serious.
It's a dirty hands award. He's got dirty hands. He's working his ass off, this mother.
I got to clear my desk out. Okay, there. Okay.
We're mobile.
Okay, I'm back. But yeah, dude, I'm stoked because I'm doing. Check this out. I'm going to build a scat rotating assembly and a flathead. I'm building my own supercharger right now. Hold on.
Oh, cool.
Hold on. Let me show you what I got going here.
Three window Lloyd is kick ass. 5 windows cool, but three windows.
All right. So what we're doing here is I took a 471.
Yeah.
Right.
And I'm cut all the fins, the mounting places that, you know how they sit sideways on a
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So I'm cutting them off, and then I'm going to drill and tap holes in here. Okay. Hang on.
It's like Doc Brown. He's building a time machine.
I bet he's going to put it on a tunnel ram manifold. Oh, and a flat. Oh, yeah. Yep.
Okay. So these, you can see that they're offset, right? Like,
yep.
Oh yeah.
So I gotta machine it flat.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna build a plate that bolts to this, that bolts to that.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah, I gotta say this is a first. I feel like I'm watching a magic act. It's like, all right, now what?
Can you see?
Yeah. What are they from?
Okay, these are
Strombergs.
These are 290. Whoops, sorry. These are like 294s, I think. And then, so how this is going to work is we're going to have this on the flathead. Hold on.
You got to back it up. It's too tight.
I know. I had to.
He's got to get it set
There
up.
you go.
He's got to move the
There you go.
phone.
There you go. Yeah, that's going to be pretty badass.
See that shit?
Yep.
Yeah. What are you putting? You're going to put that on a 34?
But wait.
There's more. For $59.95, you will get.
Okay, so hey, I need your opinion on this.
Go ahead.
Since I got you guys on the phone.
You got an air cleaner?
I got two side mount Webers.
Yeah.
Okay. Follow me on this.
I'm following.
So what if I build two? So one comes off here, and then one comes off the other side.
Symmetrical or offset? Offset.
Dude, I am seriously went down a hole so deep on this shit that this is the only thing that's got me excited. I'm not kidding you. I got a car in there that makes 1,300 horsepower, and I could give two shits about it.
Yeah.
You know, I am so excited to drive a car with like 250 horsepower.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's where I'm at.
What are you putting this in? Are you putting
in that 34? It's going in that 34.
Be kick ass.
Yeah.
When are you going to have it? You going to have it done by SEMA? As crazy as you're working, you're going to have it done. You still fucking around?
Oh, dude, I'll have this thing done in fucking 4 months.
Wow.
God, and I got a lot of shit to do in 4 months. I'm still building other shit for people, so I'm probably making your guys' channel so shitty by me dropping my phone 50,000 times.
No. This is actually one of my favorites because it's real. It's no bullshit.
Dude,
People come on, their asses are so tight. You're showing us your bunghole. I've had a fun time so far.
Dude, somebody's got to show you. I mean,
you're a trendsetter.
Hey, have you ever seen my 32 Ford? Have you ever seen it, Lou?
I have. Yeah.
Let me show you what I got going here.
I was supposed to come out to your shop the year I was out at SEMA about 3 years ago, and Lou brought somebody else. He said, yeah, fuck John, it brought somebody. I didn't see any of this.
Did you see that? Can you see it?
Yeah.
Okay, this is
flathead in there.
So nothing on this thing is over like 1950, except for the fuel pump. I got electric fuel pump, and I do have electric fan because it's hot in Vegas. But other than that, dude, this is all I want, bud. That's it.
How's it go?
A bitchin' little flathead with a 3-speed transmission. Simplicity, you know what I mean? Look how simple it is.
Yeah.
Like,
that is badass.
Cool shit. Louvered freaking hood.
Yeah.
I got all my shit in my trunk.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm ready to survive. You know what I'm saying?
I love the air pump.
You know, and that's hey. While we're on
I like the handle.
Hey, while we're on the subject, real quick, what is up with these dudes?
Yeah.
That want to live off the grid with these fucking big camper, like these boxes on the roof of their luggage rack in a brand new like Jeep truck.
They're in anything.
I don't get it. Like, if
they're
you want to live
in their
off
cars.
the grid, what's that?
They're sleeping in their cars. I've seen people take the back seat and the passenger seat out of a car, make it a bed, and they're making a living off of TikTok and YouTube, telling people what they do every day, surviving with nothing.
Well, that's because they're showing their butthole.
It's a step away from that, but that's pretty damn close, isn't it?
Right? Well, there we go. Well, I mean, the thing of it is they go out there and they want to live in the desert and they want to live off the grid, but they got a cell phone and their truck runs on a computer.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
And then they drive around like town with this load of shit on their camper. Like, I don't get it. Like, it's like a rack with like fuel tanks on it and a pop-up tent. And I don't know. I just don't get it.
Yeah.
They're minimalist.
Oh, look at that.
The bus. The bus.
That thing's got 3 turbochargers on it.
Steve, I need you to do me a favor.
Yeah.
Take 3 steps back. I got to see what you're wearing. And I'll tell you why. I'll talk to you. I'll talk about it while you're backing up. If you do, listen, everybody knows what Daisy Dukes are. If you do not have those shorts, Darnell's, on your website with your name on it, you're definitely missing out on an opportunity.
You're leaving money on the table.
Yeah, because everybody should have a pair of Darnell's with them.
Yeah. You know what? You know what's funny? So I was an iron worker, you know. I worked my dad had a steel company, so I was an iron worker for like 12 years.
Yeah.
And I worked in the steel industry. And you know, my dad was kind of old school and kind of like he wore jeans and a white t-shirt every day for my entire life I could ever remember.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you know, it's like 125 degrees out there in the steel yard. And I just got to where I started cutting my pants off because it was too hot, you know?
Yeah.
Oh man, he used to chew my ass for that, you know, but I got in a habit of it way back probably in the 80s, you know?
Yeah.
And, and it stuck with me. And, you know, I live in Vegas. So that's kind of how we dress around here, you know.
Yeah,
they're Darnells. You can call it what you want. I'd have a pad laser with Darnells on the back right side pocket. I would be selling the shit out of Darnells on your website.
You know, I tried to get like work boots because, you know,
I
don't even know if I've ever wore anything but work boots and flip flops. That's about it. Like if it's after about 6 o'clock and I'm going to dinner, I'll have flip flops on. But if it's in the daytime, it's work boots for days. Yeah, there I got some. Work boots on right there.
Are those?
Those are Thorogoods.
Thorogoods.
That's the Charger I was talking about. That thing was badass.
Yeah,
really bad. That's one of my favorites right there, Steve.
Yeah, it's pretty insane. You know what I mean?
If he ever wants to sell it for like $15,000, I'm in.
That wouldn't buy
what
one
is that
tire.
thing?
Just let him know. Just let him know. You never know.
Oh, that's the Caterpillar.
I've never seen that one.
So that one has a 3126 cat motor that we adapted to a turbo 400 transmission. It's got, I believe, we put like a Dodge 1-ton rear axle in it, so we could drive that rear on it. But you know what's insane? I wish you could see the detail of that thing, because I literally hard faced everything on that to look like a dozer, like every gusset, every bracket, everything was hard faced on that to make it look like it, you know, like it was moving dirt.
Yeah.
There's way more detail in that thing than you can see right now.
I believe it because I've seen your shit and I thought the same thing. I'm like, you can't take a picture of this. You have to see it in person. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Every one of them though, like every vehicle that leaves Welderup is over the top in detail. Like it takes you, 4 or 5 trips to look at it to see all the shit. But that's kind of what I
still don't see it all.
That's
how
what
many,
I do.
How many hours? I know I've asked you this before. How many hours do you have average, or you're not keeping track of it in just months?
God, I don't
How
want to
many
know.
hours in any one of these builds, because there's no way that you're sleeping to put that thing together in 4 or 5 or even a year, 4 or 5 months or a year.
I don't really want to say,
Calculate it out.
I don't want to say because my sister's probably watching this and she
Yeah.
would flip out if she knew how much time I have in one of these things.
Yeah,
Because she's probably wondering why, like, the water district keeps showing up trying to turn my water off. So no, it's not that bad. But no, you literally sacrifice everything. It's not about money. It's not about
It's art.
It's just I will not do it half-ass that way.
Yeah.
Like I have a vision and I won't stop until I'm pretty damn close to being satisfied with it. And then sometimes I have to give up because it's just, we're out of time. Like doing the TV show, I would just run out of time.
Yeah.
And we still those cars go and kill the car shows because of the detail, but that's my game. That's really my strength in all of this. Like I'm not a engine builder. I'm not a transmission builder. I'm not, putting the rear end gears in a car. Can I do it? Yeah, I could do it. But that's not what my strong point is. My strong point is to take something and put almost a cartoonish Disneyland feel into it on each and every piece, not just one piece. Every piece reacts with the other piece. And when you start building a car and you're going to do detail, you have to start on the interior of it and keep going. You know what I mean? Like you can't just do it halfway through it. You got to start from the internal guts of it and detail it all the way out, because at the end of the day, that's what's going to make it what it is the details. And I mean, I guess that's kind of what put Welderup on the map. Is just like you said, the D-Rod was literally 2000. It's 14 years old.
Yeah.
Wow.
14 years ago, I built that car.
Yeah.
Oh,
You took me for riding in 03 when we met.
Oh yeah, we burned the tires off till they went flat. Remember?
Yeah. You had that car a while. That was huge comedy, John. I couldn't fit in the fucking car.
Nah.
We shoved
You
your
were
big ass
fatter.
in that
In
thing,
2003, you were fatter then, Lou. You're skinny now. Except for your head. Your head's still big, but we're good.
They had to shove me in the fucking car.
I
Grease
did.
him up.
I was like, Lou.
Grease him up.
Hey, I was like, Lou, listen. Because I already knew Lou was cool. You know what I mean? Like, I was nobody. Lou was somebody. And Lou wanted to ride in my car. I'm like, fuck, Lou, Santiago wants to ride with me. Get your ass. I was shoving his bald head ass in there. I go, come on, we're going. And I think I know we drifted it until maybe we ran it out of fuel or blew the tire off it. I can't remember.
Blew a tire, and then when we tried to get it back to where the guys were, it ran out of fuel.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Because you had the Diamond T there, and that's how you brought it in.
Yeah.
And we were like a good 300 yards away because we were at the far end of the parking lot.
Yeah.
So we started limping it back, just idling it, and then it would.
That is what happened. Yeah. I mean, that was so cool, man. I was so glad we did that day because I was kind of bummed out. What was that? Was that the Mopars on the strip?
Yeah. Yeah.
And I was bummed out because they kept trying to jade me. Remember I parked my car and then guys with their like $250,000 Mopars would move because they didn't want to be next to my piece of shit. Yes. And then
they didn't want to be next to a Dodge. That was the funny thing.
Yeah, and it was funny because it's a 28 Dodge with a Cummins in it, And Phil Painter that runs that show didn't know me at the time, and I didn't know Phil.
Yeah.
And so I was like, you know what? They wouldn't. I couldn't tech my car to drag race. It was like something going on. Like I wanted to race my car, and I couldn't tech it. So I was like, oh, there's a drift track next door. Let's go drift. And oh man, yeah, we definitely got in some trouble that year. Definitely got in trouble. So it was funny. The next year, Phil Painter called me up. He goes, hey, we really want you at the show this next year. So it was funny because I showed up to that show where it was kind of like no one really wanted me there, but Phil, the guy that runs it, like, yes, we want you here.
Yeah.
And then I went, they have this car where the first day they pick the top 50 cars to win the car show. And somehow I make it, right? So you have to go to this other casino and park your car there. And I went there and there's like the award banquet for the top, the top car of the 50 cars, right? Well, there's Hemis, 440 cars, 6-pack cars. I mean, every Chargers, Challengers, every cool Mopar there, right? And I win the fucking car show. You should have seen the people's face. I mean, it was great, dude. The guy that gave me, so they say the rat rod wins the fender, and I'm like, I want a fender, like what, off a NASCAR or something? Like I get up there, and it's a Fender guitar.
Wow.
And the guy that gave me the guitar is basically he's like a bigwig, like basically the CEO of Fender Guitars, and he has his own band called Saucy Jacks, I think. And he hands me this guitar, and he goes, and I'm like, oh, right on, dude. I want a guitar, and I'm on my way back, and I'm swinging it around and like acting like I'm chopping people over the head, right? And Tom, one of my old friends, he's an older guy. He's like, dude, you know what that is? And I go, I don't know, it's a guitar. And he goes, that's a Fender Stratocaster. Like, that's a really expensive guitar.
No way.
He goes, give me that thing. So the next day, I went over and I talked to the guy that gave me the guitar, and I was like, hey, what's the deal with this guitar? Like, he goes, well, Steve, he goes, the wood that they make these out of is only like in one place in the world, and it's getting to where you can't harvest the wood anymore because it's not growing. And he said, this particular guitar is one of one ever made. He goes, we brought it in to do production of the guitar, but the paint scheme on it was too expensive, so we didn't do it. So this is one of one, and it was in my office, and you have it. And I was like, wow, I don't even know how to play the freaking guitar. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I've always said that I want to learn how to play it, but shit, I ain't got time. I'm too busy working on shit, you know?
Yeah.
I need to start smoking. I need to start smoking weed and stay home and freaking, hey man, fuck this.
Man bun. Put a man bun. Go to the women's department.
Exactly. Maybe that's a hint. I should have became a rock star at that point.
Right. Shit.
But
and nowadays you really don't have to know how to play with all the computers. You can make it sound like you're playing.
I know.
Yeah.
You just don't tour, you know?
Isn't that crazy? Like I drive around Vegas and I look at all these DJs. I mean, Marshmallow.
Not the same.
One of them's called Marshmallow, and he's got a marshmallow
shitload
on
of
his
money
head,
too.
and you don't even know what he looks like, right? And this guy's making millions mixing music.
Yeah.
It's not like the 80s when you actually had to like turntables and do some scratching. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a little different now.
Yeah, it's all computerized.
Man,
Steve, one question before we get going here. Who's got the best steak on the strip?
The best steak?
Best steakhouse on the strip. Who is it? Where would you go?
I know you're not going to believe this when I tell you this.
Tell me. Go.
Circus.
That's what I heard. Somebody told me that. Lou told me that.
So check this out. My dad used to take me to the Circus Steakhouse in like the 70s. And I had no idea that, you know, at that time, you know, you're a little kid, you don't realize it. But it has been rated the top steakhouse in Las Vegas for like 30 years, maybe 35 years now. And, you know, a lot of the Rat Pack and stuff used to hang out back in the day. And Tony Bennett was in there. He actually had a suite up there at the Circus back in the, you know, the 60s and 70s or whatever. But a lot of cool history. I mean, it's one of my favorite because I'm Vegas local, and it's just been there for my whole life. I mean, the Golden Steer that sits right by the Sahara on Tropicana or on Sahara, that's another really good one. Local, been around since 1958. Probably a lot of dead bodies buried right around there back in the day because it's been there so long. So but those are my go-tos, you know.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
When we do, we're coming out to SEMA. I'm dragging Lou. We're going out. When we go, Steve, the one year you had an open house, some kind of cookout, some kind of shit going to your place. This is probably 4 years ago, 3.5, 4 years ago, whatever the hell it was. Why don't we do $150 a ticket? Everybody goes to Steve's place. We pitch in and have a cookout at Steve's garage.
Yeah. Why don't we
do something? Why don't we do something where all car guys, real car guys, watching the show that are tied in, that know, not man bun guys, regular dudes, and we all either hang out and do something. And keep it going.
Before we go, let me clarify something on the man bun thing. I'm not talking like UFC fighter man bun. You know what I'm saying?
I know. I got you. I know.
I'm talking about the real sensitive, like little man bun. Just to clarify that, because I don't want to go to the grocery store and somebody watches a UFC fighter that's at a man bun and beat the brakes off.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
So I want to clarify there's a difference. You know,
the man bun that's the size of a golf ball. That's
the little one, the little starter kit, man.
The one that has the reason to have the man bun. The other ones are just, I think it looks cute on me. Man bun. There's a difference.
I need to get rid of this gray hair. This shit's getting out of control. Damn, Lou, look at your little. You're wider than I am, dude.
Oh yeah.
He looks with the Amsoil behind him. He looks like it's blue, like old man blue, purple hair.
It's because he probably uses that old lady like shampoo that turns
old lady blue hair. Oh
yeah, it's his background. It's his background.
Mine's got like mine. I think's got like some 1540 freaking Dello in it or something.
All right, well, Steve, tell everybody where they can get a hold of you. All your social media handles. Tell them, because we got to end this thing.
Well,
Ken's got it set up like this for a reason.
If you want to go to Welderup Vegas is my Instagram. I do stories. I try to keep up on all the bullshit that you have to do to try to survive in life. So, Welderup on YouTube. I'm pretty active on that right now, and you know, and especially with the welding course and stuff like that. And if, you know, like I said, if there's somebody out there that's unsure about their welding, I don't care if you're in a wheelchair. I don't care if you got one leg. If you got one arm, we're good. Let's do it. I mean, there's, you know, really, I don't give a shit, you know?
Yeah.
Because I've been in positions where I have to weld with one arm. You can't use both arms. I've been in positions where I don't need my legs. I lay on the ground and crawl up underneath something. So it can all be done. It can all be done. So, but yeah, Welderup Vegas on Instagram, my YouTube channel, just Welderup. And you can follow me on there, and, you know, we'll just keep kicking ass.
There you go.
I got to tell you, there's we're in India, Pakistan. I hit the list of countries that were popular and you'd be surprised. And I think some of the guys showed up tonight asking for help. So maybe they'll fly. Maybe they'll fly in and
Zuhad Ali had a question, but I was going to tell him to go to the number 3 lefts don't @gmail.com. Yeah.
Yeah. If you want to go to Vegas, take the class, man up, learn from Steve himself, follow up.
Come on down. You know,
like we just said.
Like literally at the end of the day, do something that makes you feel like you're a badass. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like that's what guys are supposed to do, to keep their self, to feel proud of who they are.
Yeah.
And if you're not doing that every day, if you're not continuously achieving and making something happen, and you sit around and you watch football games all day and you eat cake and you just destroy your life, 20 years are going to go by and you've ruined everything that you've as a man supposed to do. So the people that are watching this are people probably like us. So fuck the rest of them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let them. As long as we're watching and we're doing what we're doing, we can keep this culture alive. We keep having fun with it. And, you know, all the people that you guys have on your channel are very educated, very talented people. And that's what's so cool about your channel is that, you know, we can get on here and learn shit from each other and actually see the inside life of some of these people that actually get up and do shit every day, you know? And, you know, I mean, I'm damn good friends with Lou. Like, we've been good friends for a long time now. And I know what kind of guy he is. And he's a stand-up dude and he gets up and works every day. And like, that's what this is all about, is just keep it rolling, you know? Yeah. And, you know, guys like me and Lou, and I know you guys John had said something about, you know, like, I do work 7 days a week. I'm in here every day. This is all I do. I do this till I don't sit on my couch. Okay. I've never sat. You could come to my house for the last 14 years I've lived there, or 12 years. I've never slept on my couch. I take my boots off at my stairs. I go up and I go to bed every night. That's it. I stand up when I eat in my kitchen. I stand up and eat and I go to bed. That's how bad it is. But it's because this is in my blood really deep. This is what I do every day, you know? Yeah. And it's real shit. So
Steve, plan B. I don't mean to cut you off. Plan B. We get a handful of skanks, hang out at the pool.
Dude, bring them over. I need somebody to clean my pool.
Lou and I can't touch anything. You're a single dude. We'll just stand back. All right, a barbecue with a bunch of skanks around the pool with all the cars.
Dude, you know what? Anymore nowadays, it's cool to just watch it happen. You know what I mean? Like,
oh yeah.
Just let them walk around, just half with their shit on. Like, I'm cool with that.
TikTok chicks. I'm talking TikTok chicks showing their buttholes. That's what I'm talking.
Oh yeah. We could start a whole series. You know how popular we'd be?
Oh, we'd be mega famous.
Dude, well, I'll tell you one thing for sure. I probably won't be showing my butthole anytime soon. I mean, unless it gets really bad.
Too late, mother. Let's too late, mother.
Yeah.
We got your name and address, Steve. You're fucked.
All right, so Steve, hopefully I'll see you out there in Vegas at SEMA this week. I need to get out there. Got to get some stuff going, and
dude,
we'll make it happen. So
yeah, let's do something. Maybe let's get together. Hey, we should just go to the steakhouse.
Yeah,
dude, that's fine. I know we got to make a reservation, but I'm cool with that.
Steve, we gotta talk about taking the Batmobile that you showed before, making a metal, not a glass. That's probably a glass car. A metal Rat Rod 66 Batmobile.
Out of metal?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Something that moves, something that smokes, something that says "fuck you."
You're gonna
in
do
your
a
face.
Batmobile. You ought to just do it out of aluminum. The whole thing, shiny.
Either way.
polished.
And then
Silicone bronze. Silicone bronze will glue the fucking thing together with the silicone.
Oh, we'd have to TIG weld it with aluminum. Silicone bronze don't like that aluminum.
I'll take the class. Lou and I show up. We'll bring the skanks. Donna Lee will be, I'm out of here. I'll see you. We're not taking this shit.
She's already wanting to kick all three of our asses right now. Believe me.
Steve, do you drink at all?
Not really, dude.
We got a sponsor that wanted to send you whiskey.
Yeah,
American Badass whiskey, and I was like, I skipped on it, but he would have sent it. You could have sipped it, whatever. But
you know what's funny is I have a bar at my house, and all the people that bring me whiskey, it's sitting over there right now. I got some that's like 10 years old already.
Save it for November when we bring the skanks.
I got you.
220, 221, whatever it takes. We'll bring it. We'll put the word out. Steve, I appreciate you coming on, dude. It's always a fantastic time talking to you. So it's cool as shit. Good dude.
Well, I'll keep you up to date on this V8 flathead build that I'm.
Yeah. When I
get my supercharger all built and stuff, I'll have to send you some pictures.
Do it. We'll talk about it. We'll have you. Yeah, we'll come back on it, and when you're getting close, which is 2 months, a couple months, come back on.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Season 1 takes us to June something.
Yeah, every couple months we got to do this.
Yeah. It's
our show. We can do what the hell we want to do.
It's real shit. It's real shit. It's what it is. It's not phony baloney bullshit.
Well, yeah. I mean, if I was on Discovery, I couldn't be talking about anybody's butthole. So, I mean,
appreciate you, man.
Right on, guys.
All right, Steve. Later. So, John, who's on next week?
Phil Boris, and then we got.
Phil. Okay, yeah. You guys need to hang out next week. It'll be good. Phil's got some serious, crazy information about EVs and everything else. It's going to be good.
After that, I think it's Mario Andretti.
Yeah.
I think we film on he's going to be filmed. He's not going to be live.
It's Thursday. So we'll have to do something. Hold on.
Mario only works until 5 o'clock, not 8 o'clock. So it won't be live at 8. We're going to have to film, and then it's going to be aired the following Wednesday.
Yeah, so
Thursday the 18th, 16th.
Right. Well, we're gonna shoot it. We're gonna do it on the 16th.
Yeah.
We're gonna do it on the 16th, and we'll air it. We'll just air it on the 22nd.
Yeah.
So it'll be a pre-recorded one, but we'll tell everybody next week what's going on. It'll still be a current show, but it'll be
their comments won't make it.
Right.
They'll make it into the broadcast, which will be live. But it won't make it live.
Well, we'll explain all that next week. Ain't no big deal. I mean, it's Mario.
Mario is a fucking big deal,
dude.
He just now switched the dates. He was supposed to be on the 22nd film, and I think we're supposed to put it up the following week. Just today, moved it to the 16th.
Yeah, we're good.
But we have Wayne Carini. Fu still needs to nail down a date. We keep, doing drive-bys on him.
Yeah.
He is agreed, and he was at the
Grand National Roast Show.
Yeah, which was ended Sunday. Like I was telling you before the show, April Rose from Barrett Jackson, Maxim Magazine, she has agreed to do the show. Sent her dates. I got to tell you, I think she's looking into us, going, "What am I getting into?" Which is not good.
She is.
Yeah,
I'll do the show with my welding shield on. So she doesn't have to see me making googly eyes.
No, yeah. She's in trouble, but we'll get to that later. Anyhow,
dude, I'll pull the information about the silicon bronze out of the book. This book is all welding wire.
I was thinking of doing it.
The different wires.
You know what would be good? That would be used for filling the holes for the Impalas, the molding that runs.
Yes, that's what I
the
use.
Restor, and then and I gotta set up for the SS, which is above that.
Yeah.
So when I was asking him, that's what I was thinking.
Like if I tear a vinyl roof off in his holes, I heat it up around the hole, and then it just drops in, and it cools so quick it doesn't hit the floor. You'll get like a teardrop on the other side. Yeah. And then
it shapes a whole lot.
Yeah.
And like you said, you could take stainless and regular steel.
Yeah.
You know, when you're doing a French headlight, that's perfect for that, because some of that you could actually take the old school stainless steel French headlight from like a 56 Buick.
Yep.
If you're doing a 51 Merc or something.
And what it is because it has a lower melting point, you get less warpage. But what you do after you clean it all up, if you got to put something on it, use some all metal. Put all metal on it, and then sand that down, and then put your first coat of Bondo.
We should go out and see Steve fuck with this shit and do a video from there.
Dude, anytime. We'll do it when we go out to see.
Let's bring the whole gang to Vegas.
Yeah, let's do it.
I'm
driving, so I can carry any gear if we need it. I'll be driving.
We got to, we'll figure it out. But April Rose is a good one. Who else? We got Wayne Carini coming up.
Yep.
Bill Goldberg.
Is in June.
Yeah.
I got a couple more. We got Rich from Magnaflow coming up.
Yeah.
I got a few more that I'm waiting to find out if they're coming or not. I'm waiting. I don't want to give out too many dates because I don't want to turn up double booking.
We're winding down. We only have like 6 more dates left over, and people are grabbing or else.
I know. All right, well, dude, we're out of here. Hope you guys enjoyed the show. Next week we got Phil Boris. You need to check it out. The guy's a wealth of knowledge. Until then, keep it between the lanes. John.
Yeah. Money's
it's not whiskey. Later.